On May 22nd, 2024, Street Fighter 6 is set to change in two major ways. Firstly, the highly anticipated character Akuma will be making his debut into Street Fighter 6. Secondly, the second half of the patch will be dropping with Akuma to help shake up the meta even further. And so in this video, we're going to be taking a look at some of the changes that are set to come this season 2. Drive reversal is now -6 on block, and every character can now wake up drive reversal using 6 HP HK, which, if you guys don't know numpad notation, this essentially means forward, heavy punch, and heavy kick. So with these new changes to drive reversal, what this essentially does is it makes drive reversal less punishing, and it also gives characters that don't have a wake up a chance to wake up and to vary their defensive options. So essentially, this is basically almost giving everyone a wake up DP without having to give everyone a wake up DP. It's going to be interesting to see how this change plays out in the upcoming patch. Now, the next change to the system is the fact that they have removed throw Oki after backdash. This change right here is a indirect nerf to perfect parry. What happens is if you are in the corner and you manage to score a perfect parry on your opponent's normal, typically what you would do is you would back throw them, and then you would then get up on them and pressure them. With this change, you can still back throw your opponent into the corner, but you won't be able to pressure them as heavy because of the removal of Oki after a back throw. And so I think this is a pretty good change. It makes perfect parry not as strong in the corner, but it also still gives you a decent reward for perfect parry. You can now choose between normal and discharge Hadouken says Hashogeki. I'm happy to see this for Ryu, but I'm also dreading facing this character even more, because not only does his zoning get a boost because he can choose between throwing the normal and the discharge, but I think his damage output is going to get a boost as well, because he can save the Denjin for a Hashogeki and deal out big damage. 4 MP/6 MP, which is a little forward lunging medium punch, cannot be hit confirmed. This is pretty huge because a lot of Chun's footsies were coming from this button, and so it seems like she can't really spam this anymore and get huge rewards. So like, I believe she can still counter it, but the counter window is shorter to where you can't like see it hit and then go into like a drive rush to be able to continue the combo. Her SA2 has less meter gain. Oh man, this is pretty big. When Chun would do her level 2, she would do Fierce, and then maybe do like a side switch and get a mix up off of this, and while she's doing that, she's gaining meter to what she can do for another level 2 to deal out big damage or even get another mix-up opportunity. So with her getting less meter gain, I don't know how this is going to work, and I'm very interested to seeing this change in action. Her heavy Conculsion has more recovery. Her fireball having more recovery is a nerf to her fireball in the drive rush, and you can also potentially score a jump-in combo if you read that she's going to do a heavy Conculsion. DJ's jackknife move distance and hit range has been reduced. His OD Just Cool has more damage scaling. Anytime you do something to nerf this way, I'm on board for it. His SA2 has less meter gain for combo after stopping midway. So DJ has a combo in which he does his level 2 and does a couple of hits, and then he can stop midway and do like a crouching medium punch or whatever and continue the combo into whatever nonsense he gets. And so whenever he chooses to do that combo, now he will get less meter gain from stopping his level 2, and so that is good in my book. BLANKA drive rush overhead is now +1 on block. In the previous season it was +2, so whenever he did it, he could throw you and it didn't matter if you jabbed or not. His 2 light P will always combo into his medium rolling attack. I'm assuming there was an issue with where his crouching light punch didn't combo consistently into his rolling, and it will cause a whiff, and so I'm guessing this is a buff to fix that. Cammy's 4 MP H kick, that's her target combo, and the hooligan plus H kick won't connect, but it will still side switch. This was a really strong combo that Cammy would do to not only score damage, but then put you in the corner whenever she was back into a corner. So I'm happy to see that she won't be getting the damage, but she can still side switch. Her OD spin knuckle projectile invincible starts later. So her projectile invincible on her spin knuckle right now, as we speak, starts on frame 1, which means that the minute the move is active, it already has projectile invincibility, so she can react to pretty much any projectile, no problem. So what this change does is, I believe it probably is going to bring her OD spin knuckle more in line to her heavy one, which means that she's going to have to be more predictive with her OD spin knuckle to get over projectiles, as opposed to just being reactive with it. And I think this was a really good nerf and much needed nerf. I'm glad to see them realizing their mistakes and changing the projectile frame invincibility. Her SA2 command changed from kick to punch. This was done because Cammy was trying to do dive kick and she was getting level 2, so they just got rid of that. So now she does it by punch, so now you will never have an issue with getting your level 2 whenever you're trying to do the dive kick with the character. Honda's butt slam has more distance on block. His crouching light punch does not reach, cannot command grab you, and he cannot strike throw you, but he would still be plus 5 MP, has more range, and is moving him forward. So his standing medium punch is going to have a bit more range on it. His headbutt won't pass under jumping opponents, which means now that it can be punished. So what happens now is whenever you try to punish his headbutt, and like say you maybe did a neutral jump, it would just sail under you. And so in order for you to punish, you had to try and jump back to punish it, but even then that was still kind of wonky. So now you can pretty much punish it consistently now that it won't pass under jumping opponent. Once again, I'm very happy to see that Honda has received some nerfs to kind of the more obnoxious parts of his gameplay, and so hopefully we'll start to see Honda explore more of the character, because I think the character has some pretty good tools that haven't been able to shine because you're just doing butt slam and headbutt over and over again. Luke's jump heavy punch has a much bigger hurt box. His forward H kick has less plus frames, so his most damaging route that he would do to just essentially delete your health bar with 4 HK and to drive rush 4 HK after punish counter no longer exists. His sobat kick has less range. Maybe take this with a grain of salt, but one thing that is a constant theme that I think Capcom is trying to address is these SA2s. A lot of these SA2s are really good, and continuing with the theme of the SA2 nerfs, Guile has less meter gain for his SA2. SA2 has more recovery, which means you cannot combo from his light into SA2 in the medium attacks anymore, but it looks like they might have gave him a buff, and that his OD stringboard can combo into from medium attacks and target combo. Yeah, they gave JP a buff. Jamie's heavy palm is safe on block. It's not in third rounds, and I guess it seems to be -2, but regardless, it is safe on block and he cannot be thrown after it, so you can kind of throw out his heavy palm a bit more. Jamie's OD command throw has more damage scaling. I'm happy to see this. Jamie was dealing pretty big damage whenever he got his OD command grab, and so I'm glad they gave it more damage scaling so where you can potentially take the command throw sometimes. Also, his 2 MP is +5 on hit and it can combo into OD palm. So that's his crouching medium punch. It can now combo into OD palm, has a natural combo, and his 5 MP, which is a standing medium punch, instead of it being it is now +2 on block, it is up from +1, which means that if he does his standing medium punch now, it is going to beat your mash previously, whenever he did a standing medium punch, you could choose to mash out of it depending on what he did after, and you would get a counter hit. Now that is no longer the case because it is now +2. Zangief's 6 HP is +7 on hit. That's his forward heavy punch. I'm not sure what that is, but now nevertheless it is +7 on hit. Also his stomp, which I like to call the tuning the band for those of you that are WWE fans, Shawn Michaels, shout outs to him. The first and second hits are not true block strings. I don't know what that change is about. Her Odi Senpukyaku can now combo into SA2, which is her Tatsumaki. She can now cancel it into Super R2, which means she can get more damage off of her anti-airs using this move. Her SA1, you can choose to use the spray can or not. Her H Vagabond Edge can combo in the OD air grab. Heavy version of her Senpyaku seems to be a faster air invincible attack maybe. Ken's medium punch, heavy punch target combo is always a true block string. You cannot delay cancel it. So right now with Ken's standing medium punch and the heavy punch target combo, you can get a frame trap in which you could delay the heavy punch. He can counter hit you and get a big combo off it, so you couldn't mash out of it. Now that it's a true block string, you can safely not have to worry about dealing with a frame trap off a unsafe move. Her 4 HP can combo into her OD Reverse into Grand Fortet. I'm sorry, my French is not that good, but nevertheless, she can combo her spin kick off of her back heavy punch. And so we don't know which move got birth, whether it's the OD Reverse into the Grand Forte or the 4 heavy punch. Just know that she can do that now. Whoop dee, hooray, Manon got some sauce. Yay. It seems that her SA1 is faster, and her H Windclack Condor Spar now can combo into her SA1 in the corner, and her OD Condor Wind has a faster startup and can be comboed into 5 MK, which is her stand medium kick, and 2 MK, which is her crouching medium kick. Her 6 HK target combo can now combo into SA2. Her charge 5 MP can now combo into 5 MP on hit. The back throw, she's not in throw range, but she can still hit 5 MP. Juri's 4 HK, which is a back heavy kick on air hit. The second hit causes a ground block, which allows her to combo into DP now, and she can also combo that into drive rush, into normal attack, but she cannot cancel it into Fuha because it doesn't hit. Now she's going to be able to get damage and combo potential off of this, so this is a pretty good change. But my only issue with this change is the fact that her back heavy kick is very inconsistent when it comes to anti-airing because the hitbox. I'm hoping that this change comes with a hitbox adjustment to that move to make it to where it can anti-air pretty much more consistently to where you can get that damage. The next change is more of a bug fix, and that is her Shunkansen, which is her dive kick. The hitbox on the follow-up is much bigger now, so it's less likely to drop. Even works on DHALSIM's 5 MP. For those of you that don't play Juri, sometimes whenever she did her dive kick follow-up, it would whiff on certain normals. In fact, someone actually put a video in the thread about this exact situation happening. So if you can see it right here, this would happen. You would jump, do the dive kick, and man, it would whiff, and you would just be punishable with that dive kick whiffing. That should no longer happen. If you make your correct read on your dive kick, you're going to get your dive kick and you don't have to worry about it whiffing. His SA2 does not gain meter when active, even when thrown. Currently right now, whatever Rashid does his SA2, he can throw out moves and he can gain meter, which he can then use to set up another SA2. So I'm hoping this stops the issue of Rashid getting 2 SA2s. I don't think so, but I think you won't be seeing 2 SA2s as often because he won't be gaining that meter when he's activate his first SA2. And then if you're on him and you're beating him up, you can pretty much maybe kill him before he can activate the second one. So this is a good change. So it looks like her light punch serpent lash has less knockback and distance on toxic trigger, crumple on punish counters. So this means that she can potentially get a combo off her serpent lashes whenever you get the punish counters version of it. So man, that is pretty strong. Her 2MK is now +5 on hit, so she can combo into lights off her 2M kick. Her 5 HP has a faster startup, which is her standing heavy punch, and her venomous fang, which is her serpent slide into the little lunge attack, has projectile invincibility. And if it's true, it's on frame 1, but nevertheless they bumped her venomous fang, so she would be able to go over projectiles much easier. And now also her medium punch serpent lash seems to have a faster startup. Maybe, we don't know. That's gonna be it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed Street Fighter 6 Season 2. I'm excited for the changes. I hope you guys as well are excited for the changes, because man, this is looking like it's going to be shaping up to be a pretty good season, especially with the changes to drive reversal. So comment down below what you guys think about the patch, and I'll continue the conversation with you guys down below in the comments. So that's gonna be it for me, guys. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and also subscribe to the channel, because we are pushing out content and we're trying to get on the road to 10K, and so it would be much appreciated if you subscribe to the channel. Until then, I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.